Hey family, I'm Stephanie Wade. I'm HYBASIA, helping you brothers and sisters in Africa. But no, I'm not in the motherland right now, y'all. I'm in Galveston, Texas, USA, in my backyard garden, just enjoying the breeze, looking up at the sky, y'all. I can actually see like half of the moon. It's just strange when we can see the moon when the sun is still out. It's one of those funny things sometimes, y'all. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day no matter where you are in the world. I just was motivated after watching just a small part of a video, y'all, of people that's still in a fantasy land about the motherland, and that's okay, y'all. But I just don't want y'all not to do your own research and to just go there with what? Both eyes open wide, y'all. Just open wide. And even if you're putting on glasses, hopefully they not rose colored. Because as they say, if you make plans in haste, you get to worry in leisure. And I don't want that for you. I just want the best for you. But I do know y'all grown and y'all do what y'all want. But just the advice from an elder sister here. 70 years is a long time. And I pray to the Most High I'll be here a lot longer, as long as I have all my health and my strength and a sound mind. But anyway, y'all, one of the things I like to say a lot is Africa is not a country. Yeah, Africa is not a country. It's a continent. And there's no such thing as African mindset. In each country, there's so many different people groups that have different cultures, different languages. They definitely are not all the same. And if you want to romanticize that nothing bad happened in the motherland before first contact, think again. Take some historical tours in the motherland and hear it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. People would tell you the history of their people. And it could be your people if you did the DNA test where you know your maternal ancestry or your paternal ancestry or both. I know I went to Cameroon and I found out a lots of history of the Kikar people. And I'll let that be a story for another day, but I heard it directly from the Sultan's nephews who were instrumental in getting our group to the Tikar area in the first place for a Tikar festival. And we went to the Museum of the Tikar and other museums in the area. So we learned a lot about the history. And we got there during a Tikar festival. So we saw a lot of them acting out some of the stories from that specific area, and they let us know how long it was when they could not practice their culture and the reasons why. And it was just nice to see that they was, as they say, back at it again, doing things that were specific to the Tikar people. But yeah, y'all, you cannot fantasize that you'll learn how to behave like a true African when you get there, y'all. You have to remember that people are the same everywhere. There's good people, there's bad people, and there's areas of gray where sometimes who some people think of as good people do bad things. That's a worldwide phenomenon, y'all. But I know when we think of ourselves as damaged, or we think of ourselves as a victim or as a prisoner, because I've heard people describe themselves as being locked up in the USA or Britain or wherever, the UK. But y'all, believe you me, if you locked up in a prison, they won't let you out. Akon was right about that one. Not until your time is served. Unless somebody special decides to give you some kind of retrieve or whatever, and they just let you out. But in general, you're going to stay your time. Maybe you'll get paroled out for good behavior. But once you locked up, you ain't going nowhere. Not to say that you can just go online even, buy your ticket and go. You're free to go. As an enslaved person, you wouldn't be free to go. You wouldn't have the money to even go, or the credit card to go, however you decided to go. Wouldn't be able to get cash out from nobody abroad to bail you out because you didn't plan. You just felt something and left. It's amazing to me how many people do things without planning and expect other people to bail them out. And then if they don't bail them out, consider them as ex-relatives or ex-friends. Even when you are in a place where you started, y'all, sometimes you'll be surprised that people will be looking right at you in close proximity to you, and they probably saw one internet broadcast too many and decide that family wasn't bloodline. It was who you decided. So even though they're in their family's house, they might decide not to speak unless they want something. Y'all, it seems crazy, but folks will do stuff like that. They'll be right in the house with you and not want to speak unless they want something. Well, that's sad. And they actually fantasize that. They fantasy family online is doing more for them. That's how it goes, y'all. Some people stay in a fantasy adolescence. And I don't know what to say about that, because in my day, I really didn't know anybody like that. The people that was like that was pretty much the homeless people. I was on drugs or something. And all you could do is shake your head and say, I don't know what happened. We went to the same school together and we went to the same church, and I don't know what happened to them. But now it seems like it happens a lot. I know I harp on home training, but sometimes, y'all, people can't even get home training because folks think that they don't have to listen to their elders anymore. They only want your advice when they ask for it. Even though they want your help and ask for help, but it's only when they want it. And they just get upset if you say no, as your right to say no when people don't treat you right. It's all about treating people the way you want to be treated and not letting people take advantage of you because they don't want to use the good sense they was born with to respect their elders. Like they say, sometimes you gotta say, you gonna learn today one lesson or another. Because logical and rational consequences, they happen whether you want them to happen or not. It's so sad when you hear people say, that's my child, when they small. And then when they big, they beg you for them to finish high school at your house. Because then they consider them an inconvenience, truth, or a baby child. Some people just loose rap, y'all. They think somehow kids are stuffed animals or something. When they little, they cute and cuddly. And when they get big, they don't want to be bothered. Y'all, I'm so glad that all my grandchildren are also mostly grown people. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. I'm enjoying helping those that want to be helped to get to the next level. I love helping those who, as I said before, hear me, all. When the teacher, let me rephrase that. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. When the student is ready, the teacher will come, because the teacher was already there. But the teacher can't teach a person that think they know everything. And sometimes they just need a different teacher. And so you just can't force somebody to take lessons from you. I've learned that over time, and I'm happier that way. It's good for my spirit. It's good for my mind. How about you? Have you learned to be a teacher to the student that's ready and not try to force your advice on people that can't hear you all anyway? Y'all, I just had a little fish and chips, as they say. It was fine. I won't say it was fabulous, but it was okay. And tomorrow I want to do me some red beans and rice and turkey sausage and cornbread. Of course, the beans will be red beans. The Creole in me won out this time. So I'll cook it starting the night. I'll start the beans to boil in the night, because you got to cook them real slow so they can be nice and mushy. That's the Creole way, y'all. Nice mushy beans that you cook all night long, and then season them in the morning, and then let them cook some hours till they mushy. And then they ready to go over the rice or the beans, and you just cook the sausage separate. And when it's nice and well done, you just cut it up into little pieces and pour it into the beans. And together they just make such a good taste, to me anyways. Trying my best to stay away from beef. So turkey shall be. I already had chicken this week. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all have a good rest of your weekend. I hope before you move anywhere, if you move anywhere, that you go travel first. So you'll make sure that you know where you're going. Find out if you need to learn a new language when you get there, for the most part. And if that's something you're ready to do, or is there some other place you want to go visit where you can just step out of the car and keep it moving, because the people can understand you right away. And you can start making your friendships and getting people to do things with you, so you will learn what you need to learn to be successful. And I just advise you, please don't move so quickly giving people your money for them to do something for you that have to take years before you even get to see if they gonna really do it or not. Y'all, tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Imagine if you give your money to somebody in a big way and something happens to them. Is there an insurance policy on that person that'll pay off the money that you gave them to do what they needed to do? You gotta know, y'all, because what I say, tomorrow not promised to nobody. So even though people make out that the money is not big, believe you me, the money I've been hearing on the internet that folks consider small, that they want up front, y'all, that's a lot of money to me. I don't know how they do it and how they can trust somebody that they don't even know. That they just saw the stuff online and may meet them one time and then give them thousands of dollars to hold for some years before they see the finished product. Y'all, I don't know. But then that's just me. I still say, even for myself, tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So that's why I'm doing slowly by slowly at the food forest. We started off with the forest first because it was something that I could do slowly by slowly. With the gate, the well, the local well, the local fence, and even the local land manager who could water everything when nobody else was around and could check on the land. A house can always be built, y'all. If you had to glamp even with a tent, you could, once the land is fenced in. But y'all, I can just visualize my little tiny house. As I say, one for my land manager, one for me, and then one more later when my people come to check out the food forest. Hopefully it'll be some of my patrons coming to check out what they're donations have contributed to building up close and personal, not just on the picture. But anyway, y'all, subscribe if you have not. Comment, like, share down below. Put 5 on it or more. That's $5, y'all, or 5 pounds on our GoFundMe account for the Food Forest project. I will leave the information in the information section, as well as a link in the comments. With you, and you, we'll get to the next level quicker. Because tomorrow ain't promised to nobody, y'all. So help a sister get there sooner than later to that little tiny house. But anyway, y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We are grateful for whatever you do. If you're out there and you have relatives, speak to them even when you don't need nothing. That's my advice to you, because maybe you hear me. Bye.